fire can burning my eyes.
Hello guys, trust you're having a great weekend. Now this week we'll be looking at something that I know you love so much to talk about and to listen to, and that is relationships. Now I'm not talking about how to know is the one or how to know she's the one or red flags to look for in a relationship. I'm talking about the fundamental nuances in a relationship that will determine if your relationship will either make it or not. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about communication in a relationship. Do well to stay tuned and I'll be right back. Now, if anyone asks you that what is the #1 destroyer of a relationship, people will say lack of communication. That's #1. Now, when we say lack of communication, do we really understand what it means? Does it mean that the two persons are not talking? Does it mean that they're not talking to each other? Does it mean that a lot of the messages or thoughts shared gets lost in transit? What exactly do we mean when we talk about lack of communication? I'm going to tell you my stance, and what I've discovered are the reasons why relationships do not really make it and people find it really hard to come to an understanding. There are 3 categories of people in a relationship. 1 are those who do not know what they want and are not aware, right? 2 are those who are aware of what they want but are afraid to ask for or wait for what they want. And 3 are people who know what they want, are not afraid to ask, but are communicating it to their partners in the wrong ways or in a language they do not understand. Do you understand? So you can be communicating to your partner and saying 1 or 2 things, but it's looking at you like, what exactly are you talking about? And he would not understand. And if you do not express yourself as concisely, as elaborately, as clearly as possible, the outcome you're looking for, you may not necessarily get it. This is Africa, where we are not taught how to express our emotions. If anything, we all grew up bottling our emotions. We are not allowed to get in touch with our emotions. That's why when anyone asks you, how are you feeling today? The next answer you hear is, I'm fine. That's it. That's it. Whereas there are a range of emotions that could be churning through your mind, but because the only vocabulary you're allowed to use, or you've always used, is I'm fine, I'm all right, I'm okay. Those are the only things you can actually identify and say. Meanwhile, you can be feeling forlorn, you can be feeling melancholic, you can be feeling lonely, you can be feeling sad, you can be feeling jaded, apathetic. There are a lot of feelings that run through our body, because we have a very, very complicated machine right here that God has given to each and every one of us. So you cannot just have just 1, 2 or 3 feelings per time, right? So there are times when you are feeling certain kind of ways, but you really cannot articulate how you're feeling to your partner. And so when your partner asks you what is wrong with you, it's either you say it's nothing because you don't know how to really express it, or you say, I'm okay, or don't worry about it. And emotions are basically energy in motion. Energy in motion. Energy is never constant, it's ever changing. You can never completely kill energy. You can suppress it for a while, you can suppress it for a while. But by the time it erupts, it becomes a full-blown war with your partner. When you have people having emotional outbursts or anger for no reason, the anger didn't just start that day. It started months back, where they have kept quiet and held it in and hoped that it will go away, and hoped that it will be swept under the carpet and stay there, and hoped that somehow it will magically just fade from their memory. But the truth is, if you never truly give an outlet for expressing your emotions, after a period of time, it will come out in a way you do not like. Communication is not just about talking. Everyone can talk. You can open your mouth and just say 1 or 2. I'm talking to you right now. Communication, it's not just about, there are levels to it. And it's a skill. It's a skill that not everyone has. And we need to master this skill, at least to a considerable extent, if you're going to be living with strange people for the rest of our lives. Because whether we like it or not, you may love that person, but that person is a stranger to you. You did not grow up in your family. She did not have your background. She didn't have your experiences. A different thing shaped her, shaped you too. So you want the 2 of you are coming together in holy matrimony, and you're not speaking each other's language, how will it work? How will you have a beautiful, happy family where you don't even speak each other's language? People are just in relationships pretending to be who they're not, because they're like, I cannot even express myself to my partner. It flares up anytime I do so. And they're going ahead with it anyway, just hoping that it's going to work out as God will have it. You know, nothing is going to work out. You need to learn how to actually talk to your partner so they listen. And this goes for both men and women. We are not in touch with our emotions. We're emotional. A number of us are emotionally detached. That's why we love people the wrong way. We are not aware of how their actions are making us feel, which is self-awareness. They are not aware of how their actions are impacting us, which means they also lack self-awareness. And of course, you're just getting hurt on so many levels, and you cannot really articulate why you are hurt or what they did that made you feel hurt. Or it's a lot to walk through. It's a lot to unpack, really. And hopefully, as we go on in this journey, I will be able to do my bit to shed some light on this particular topic, because I believe it's something that we all deal with, even not just in romantic relationships, even among siblings, even among parents, even in a father to child relationship, parents to children relationship, at work, at school, wherever it is you are. People are just talking and nobody's listening. People are just communicating. There is no connection anywhere. So that could be the basis of your problem. Actually, you may be communicating your intentions to someone, but if it's not understood, then communication is not achieved. It's not successful. You have just successfully thrown out your thoughts into the universe and expecting someone to catch it. No, the person didn't really encode your message. It got lost in transit, or it was twisted and perverted by one or two things. What are those things? We'll be checking those out tomorrow. Please don't miss out tomorrow's edition. I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow, and there's going to be an interesting ride. Trust me, it is going to be an interesting ride. You don't want to miss this. Kindly share this video with as many people as you can. If this resonates with you and this is something you would like to know, kindly share this. I may be young, but my experiences with people over time has equipped me and imbued me with this sense of perception to knowing why some people act the way they do and what can be done differently. I'm Simi Williams, and I say have a wonderful day ahead. Bye for now.